So I'm going to show you how we work with each other with Esalen Massage from a sense of what we call presence-based work. And it's something very simple that you can all try at home and see how what I'm doing right now looks like I'm doing nothing, which is I'm starting the touch, and that's at the foundation of the touch. I'm starting with what we call listening hands. So one hand here is behind Perry's heart, one hand here is on his sacrum, and I'm just staying here listening through my hands, allowing that loving touch without having the intention of doing anything, but more the intention of connecting, listening to his breath, create a deeper sense of connection. And all our work, all the techniques come from the sense of presence, attention, loving, just being here, meeting, connecting, much more than doing something, rubbing technique that people connect often with the word massage. So I made sure Perry was comfortable on the table. And one very important element of this work, see how I'm standing with a straight spine? I have my hands like a butterfly, just here framing his pelvis. And all I'm doing is falling with gravity. I'm not standing here and pressing or doing something. I'm just standing with a wide stance and I fall. And it's a beautiful feeling that's nourishing to me as well as to him, and I'm lengthening his lower back. Of course, in terms of contraindication, you want to make sure your partner is okay, there are no injuries, his back, his spine is okay. So, and we always encourage feedback, so I would tell Perry, if anything doesn't feel right, please let me know in terms of pressure or depth or speed. So in our massage workshops, we'd show you a lot of different ways to just lean in, making contact and just letting gravity do all the work. And I hear Perry's breath deepen right now. So it's very, very organic to fall into our partners in places where there are big muscles. So I'm not leaning into his joints or his neck, but here, right where the shoulder blade is, I just lean in and fall. And it's beautiful. It's a widening. I want my partner later to feel wide and open and long and deep. So this I would show that from different sides, different angles, but for right now, I want to show you really kind of the main move on the back in Esalen Massage. That in some beginning classes, years ago when I learned Esalen Massage, we learned to do this move as a practice for 20 minutes, just this one move. And I thought, why would we do the same thing? And I noticed when I received it as well, every time it felt completely different because a new layer was touched. So we don't have to do anything fancy, but see how I spread the oil on my hands before I started instead of rubbing it onto his back, because it's already part of the massage to spread the oil. So my hands just glide down his back, right and left of his spine. And see, I do the same thing that I showed you before. I'm just falling with gravity. And then I circle around the hips, and without pressure, I'm just coming up and then circling around the shoulder blades, back into the neck, squeezing the neck lovingly together towards the spine, and then coming out very gently. I show you that again. So we're making an hourglass shape. So coming around the hips and then coming around the shoulders. I'm starting here, I fall, and see how slow the touch is. It's very different, especially when we work with couples and couples groups. People think like, oh, it's kind of like spreading suntan lotion or sun lotion on each other's back, and everything becomes kind of like a rubbing or just something mechanical. But the secret of this work is to really come from our hearts. slow, receptive, falling, and I can feel Perry's breath deepen. And that's an effect why it's so helpful against stress. You know, the heart rate, the breath, everything comes and slows down. And he becomes present, and I become present. I'll show you that again. So I start here. See how my knees are bent, but then as I straighten my back leg, that's what propels me forward, just like I'm pressing on a gas pedal in the car. And then I just fall with this beautiful oil. And I appreciate, as I move the back, I appreciate Perry as a whole person. Really touching with intention of giving to him the sense of relaxation and well-being. And then lastly, I will show you to include the arms and see how I'm stepping to the side so I'm not stuck on his face cradle. And I just flow down both arms. It's the same move. And I come out the arms, the fingers, and I can flow back through the back. And now that I have oil on the arms, I flow all the way in one move down the arms. And then I can cover him. And of course, in our classes, you will learn those long strokes all the way down the legs, up and down, front and back. So you will feel like the ocean is working with you. We often say there are only 3 motions that we make. Like the water, we go forward, like the ocean leaving the shore. We come back, like the ocean coming back to the shore. And then there's a stillness, like the ocean, the surface is calm. And that's when our hands pause. And I can cover him up as I finish this little demonstration and start again, feeling through my hands what might have changed. I feel his breath much more open. His tissue feels more pliable. And so we're just together from this present, sweet space of giving and receiving, which is mutual in massage. I'm not working, I'm connecting, I'm falling with gravity into that shared field of presence.